I wrote a whole video about Katy Perry, which took me much longer than it needed to. I'm off school today, so I could record it, but I'm sick, which is why I sound kinda like a dying donkey, so I'm just gonna keep this short. You might remember that live-action Dora the Explorer film. It was weirdly okay. It captured the heart and soul of the source material, but it was still uniquely its own thing. I didn't love it, but I was 9 when it was released, and all I wanted to watch was Star Wars. Oh, how that has changed. Well, Dora the Explorer is back in live-action form once more in Dora and the Search for Sol Dorado, a sequel to The Lost City of Gold. Or perhaps it's a reboot? Or maybe it's a remake, I have no idea. This film is going straight to Paramount Plus and Nickelodeon, which checks out, because I don't think I've ever seen anything so awful, specifically the redesigns of the animal characters from the show. Boots in the original cartoon sounds like he just swallowed one of those squeaky chicken toys, but in The Lost City of Gold he's almost completely fucking mute. The most sound he makes is chip a little noises, much like that of a real monkey. I guess since the movie was live action, it would be unrealistic for a monkey to be talking, even if the monkey looks like this. But in this new film, Boots is the complete opposite. He looks distinctively like a real monkey. It obviously isn't photorealistic, but just looking at it I can immediately tell what it's supposed to be. If I had to compare it to something, I'd say it reminds me of Sonic the Hedgehog before his beautiful redesign. In other words, it doesn't look anything like Boots, it's just a weirdly cartoonish monkey. So cartoonish in fact that I'm half expecting this version of the character to crawl out of his skin. By the way, if you're wondering why I'm analysing a monkey in Dora the Explorer, don't worry, I asked myself the exact same question when writing this script. Fuck, I should be resting. Anyway, another problem with this thing is the way it sounds. It's not making any chippery noises, it's talking, like the OG Boots. However, he doesn't sound like he swallowed a squeaky chicken. I can't use the audio to avoid copyright, but I've linked the trailer in the description. He sounds like my uncle after smoking 2 packs of cigarettes. The rest of the characters are serviceable, I guess. Obviously the cast of The Lost City of Gold hasn't returned for this film, but the new additions aren't that bad. Samantha Lorraine is perfect as Dora. Unfortunately, I can't say the same for a certain other character. I love Gabriel Iglesias, but he does not look like the kind of guy you'd expect to sound like this character. And I thought Rachel Zegler was a bad casting choice to play Snow White. Sorry to interrupt, but can we take a couple seconds to acknowledge my poor sanity? It was ripped away from me when Dora pulled a bag out of her bag and one of the characters said, "Bruh." Fuck, I need some water. I was going to go into detail about why this redesign of Swiper is so terrible, but I think it speaks for itself. This is the perfect live-action Swiper. This is just a fox. A soulless CGI fox. I know the budget probably wasn't that high for this film, but surely there was budget enough to make the characters look like the characters. Oh well, who cares? We all know how this movie's going to end. It's predictable, sloppy, cheap trash that you can stick on the TV for your kids when they're bored. Because that's all that a film should offer children. Fuck intelligent original media, as long as it's bright and colourful and simple, that's all that matters. Right? God damn it, bring back 80s Disney. I was actually going to elaborate on this topic, explain the plot for this film, make some more criticisms and whatnot, but I fear that if I talk anymore, I might have another coughing fit and die. And on that note, goodbye.